Hello and welcome to Universal Versatile Society. This is Shruti Chopra and here are the latest UN News headlines. Belarus is developing a national multidimensional poverty index. In 2023, Belarus initiated the development of a national multidimensional poverty index (MPI) to access poverty beyond income matrix. Collaborating with the UNDP and the national statistics community, 11 indicators were selected, including access to vocational education, empowerment, savings, debts, and internet access. Test calculations in 2024 revealed that 2.4% of the population was multidimensionally poor, aligning with the country's trend of reducing absolute poverty. This initiative aims to enhance socio-economic policies, targeting poverty reduction and quality of life improvements. Avian flu has spread to 108 countries. Avian flu H5N1 has killed over 300 million birds worldwide and is spreading to other animals, including endangered species. This virus threatens food supplies, especially in places that depend on poultry, and has caused big economic losses for farmers. The risk to people is low, but farm workers are more likely to get infected. The WHO says stronger safety measures are needed to protect animals and humans, as the virus could change and become a bigger threat. Thousands affected by Cyclone Chido in Mozambique. Tropical Cyclone Chido hit northern Mozambique, causing severe damage in Cabo Delgado. Over 35,000 homes were destroyed, and more than 90,000 children were affected. The storm also ruined 186,000 classrooms and damaged 20 health facilities. Thousands of families were displaced, and rural areas faced worsened conditions, including a cholera outbreak. The UN and partners are providing emergency aid, but limited resources slow the response. The storm also impacted Mayotte and Malawi, with significant damage to infrastructure and increased risks for vulnerable people. COP29 Advancing Gender-Responsive Climate Action for the Next Decade. At COP29, parties extended the Enhanced Lima Work Program on Gender for 10 years, emphasizing gender-responsive climate policies to advance equality and ambition. A new gender action plan will be developed in 2025 for adoption at COP30, with discussions beginning at the June 2025 UN climate change meetings. The decision urges strengthened gender-responsive climate finance, simplified access for grassroots women's organizations, and support for developing countries. COP29 also encourages funds like Adaptation Fund, Green Climate Fund, and Global Environment Facility to improve gender responsiveness, ensuring women and vulnerable communities benefit from climate finance. Smart irrigation spurs sustainable farming in Saudi Arabia. Saudi farmers are embracing smart irrigation techniques to combat dwindling water supplies and desertification caused by climate change. Mohamed El-Bahrain, a former businessman, now cultivates limes in Al-Asa, using innovative water management techniques promoted by the UN's FAO. This system, controlled via smartphone apps, optimizes water use, reducing consumption by 70% and offers higher yields with lower labor costs. Smart irrigation forms part of a broader strategy addressing land degradation and desertification in Saudi Arabia, fostering sustainable farming practices and conserving vital water resources in arid regions. UN COP16 charts a path to combat land degradation and drought. The 16th UN Conference to Combat Desertification, COP16, concluded in Riyadh, setting a roadmap for tackling land degradation and drought. Delegates from nearly 200 countries prioritized land restoration and drought resilience, despite incomplete negotiations on a global drought regime. Key outcomes included launching the AI-driven Drought Resilience Observatory, enhancing private sector engagement, and establishing indigenous peoples' caucuses. With a $12 billion pledge for vulnerable regions, COP16 underscored the need for $2.6 trillion by 2030 to restore degraded land, positioning inclusivity and innovation at the forefront of climate adaptation strategies. Thank you for joining us on another episode. We will see you next time with more headlines.